We'll have to do it like this for now. You'll have to show
Yeah,
me.
we should put us at the bottom so we're not covering your face.
No, I'm gonna put you right here, actually. There we go.
You want to cover your phone? Right, there you go.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. We've got Dave Leggin here, and we've got Lenin here. All right, you two, fight.
We already did that. NTC already had us do that.
Oh yeah, okay, right. Well, who won? Who won in the?
I did probably because NTC made the video for me to show on my stream, so I don't think I don't know if you know this or not, but the outcomes are pre-decided, and
no.
Wait, are you telling me that wrestling's fake?
Professional wrestling.
Whoa.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure NTC just didn't make the video of me getting my ass kicked for my stream. That actually would have been funnier though. I was kind of excited to see. I was kind of because I didn't know which way the match was going to go that he made, so I was like, that'd be kind of funny if I got my ass kicked.
Yeah, I was in full unitard that day. It was kind of cool.
It was because you have the Triple H moveset and I have the Shawn Michaels sexy voice.
NTC, look, Lenin's spreading fake news over here. We got fake news being spread in chat right now. Oh,
I am American.
We got a DJ Mule raid coming in. Welcome in, DJ Mule and Raiders. Here, let me get a shout out. Yeah, well, someone got a shout out. Welcome in. We will
That's
win.
A quality
Let's
raid.
go. DJ Mule, welcome in. Make sure you're following our comrade. As you can see, I got some comrades here with me tonight. The legendary Dave from the Dave Leggin Show. And we also have, beside him, Lenin Smash, returning from exile, from Twitch exile.
Yeah. Lenin's back from exile, that's right.
And it's Lenin's birthday. Not that Lenin's birthday, but Lenin's birthday. It's
you should go to Lenin's throne, buy Lenin some gifts on throne for his birthday.
I don't know if I have a link. And to be clear, it's Vladimir Lenin's birthday. Lenin Smash has a birthday with Karl Marx, which is kind of ironic that I went. Marx Smash just doesn't sound as good. Just doesn't. So, how's the you enjoying the
he had to have
screen, smaller content?
He had to have Smash in his name. That was necessary for him. That was the most important part of his name, was Smash.
Yeah, I don't even remember how I came. It was my PlayStation name. Originally, I used to play a ton of 2K, and my name was Ballin' for Stalin. And and I didn't have to change it. Like, I never got banned or anything. And I was just like, Lenin Smash, because I was playing UFC too. And I was like, well, it can't just be about basketball, you know? So, like, I changed it to Lenin Smash, and there we go. Ballin' for Stalin. Yeah, if you ever played 2K with Ballin' for Stalin, it was me.
There you go. The famous Ballin' for Stalin. We get the backstory here. Ballin' for Stalin.
I'm good at naming stuff. What can I say? I'm good, you know, like...
Oh, Best Gay wants a communist quote. So the way we're going to do this, Dave, what's your favorite communist quote?
Probably the most used one. My most used one anyway, which is like I guess I'll paraphrase Parenti. What, they meet in rooms? People plan things and meet in rooms. Yeah, on the conspiracies and conspiracy theories.
You really believe that they meet in rooms?
Yeah, that's incredible. Like, that's just so insightful for today, I think.
No, they meet on golf courses. Oh, Lenin, where'd you go, Lenin? Lenin disappeared on us.
Lenin's smushed.
Lenin smashed. So what's things like over there on Turf Island anyway?
I've got to be honest, it's pretty grim. Like, the cost of living has spiraled by at least 300% in the past 3 months for things like food. It's fucking terrible. My shopping, like, having to buy shopping is fucking crippling, mate. It's crippling. My rent has just gone up by £100 a month. Petrol is at like, I guess, £2 a litre in some places for diesel. Yeah, everything's very expensive, and I've never felt poorer. I've never felt poorer. In reality, also full of hope for the Corbyn project. I am. It's going to go amazingly. Like Jeremy is playing a blinder. He's playing so much for blinder that the entire whole of the Your Party has resigned in Scotland.
Now,
cool.
Now, yeah, I actually thinking of DJ Mule who just raided in. I remember DJ Mule was saying about how, like, you know, we gotta get rid, or you all. I mean we, because we have the same head of state technically in a weird way.
Yeah.
But you all have to get rid of the Corbyn cult, essentially.
Yeah, the worst thing was, I think myself and a lot of others did kind of build that up as a project we could get behind for a time. Because, like, let's face it, the left in this country, I mean, prior to Corbyn, had been in the toilet since, like, the 90s. There's been nothing here. So, like, on top of that, it's kind of been, yeah, you get behind this project and then you just realize how fatally flawed and without any kind of, like, class character it seems to be. Yeah, I agree. Social Democrats out. Get them out.
Vor, thinking of the video of the guy on the horse laughing at the cars queuing for petrol. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
About that.
You know what else comes to mind? Ford is the destruction, or whoever destroyed that Nord Stream pipeline. That also comes to mind.
What, you mean Vladimir Putin?
Yeah. It clearly had to be the Russians, right? Only they would blow up their own fucking. I mean, who else would it be?
Oh, I'm such a fucking shit stirrer. I'm such a provocateur. I can't help it.
Do I get a communist quote too, or do they only get one?
I had so much hope for your party. What a car crash. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just like seemed like they had no real plan, no real central ideology, I guess. It's kind of like a problem that happens all the time, right?
If we could find a book with someone that had similar problems.
I mean, like, it's no different to any other sort of soc dem or even neoliberal party that you'd find. Like, and it's like, in some ways, I think it shares a lot of similarity with the DSA in how feckless it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Just like an entryism. Just like it was an entryism type thing.
Your party, the you party, the we party, the it party, the party. The COVID lockdown party. Oh, no. Sorry, that's a Conservative party.
Hold on, I'll look at this in a sec. So what do you think about the Green Party?
That's like more compatible leftist than the DSA.
Yeah,
right?
Which one? Which Green Party? Well, I guess all Green parties, but
Dave's Green Party. Dave's Green Party. I want the Dave take on the Dave Green Party.
Okay. Zach Polanski, the new herald of left-wing politics, has come to save us again, much like Jeremy Corbyn did last time round and the time before that. I mean, like, the Green Party's always like been fairly insurgent in like local elections and like local politics, in sort of like council structures. It's been all right, but you just need to see what it's done with like places like Brighton. Like their policies are just neoliberal fucking gentrification. They're not really helping people who are impoverished. It's kind of like this thing of being aesthetically green, and like, I guess at the time when they were sort of coming up through local politics, there was no real alternative in terms of like a left-wing party. So because like Corbyn had been fucking ousted, Labour Party became null and void as like any kind of like left opposition electorally, or I guess seemingly liberal left opposition. I'll keep saying that, liberal left. So like the Greens sort of filled this hole, and people started saying things like, well, you know what? the Greens aren't bad. They're probably the most progressive party, and they fell into that trap. And yeah, I guess we're here now.
Yeah.
I
mean,
everyone's calling Zach Lansky like the second coming of fucking Christ.
I mean, this is kind of okay. So here's my take towards like the NDP, like because it's sort of it almost sounds kind of similar in a sense, where now that the NDP has Avi Lewis, you know, they see it taking a more, especially labor-friendly turn towards internal politics, like wanting to build a state-owned grocery store and more state-owned housing and stuff like this, right? And so
state-owned grocery store. What is this, communism, Rory? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it'll be the communist dictatorship of Canada under the state ownership of King Charles. You know. No, but and here's the thing though, like I see some utility, if I may say, in it. Like not as in trying to unite with them or anything like that, but utility as in hopefully people get progressive enough to want to try and vote the NDP in, and the failure of the NDP fulfilling those more labor, those more left-wing promises, or the limitations it runs up to against imperialism, gives people a practical lesson in the limitation of now this more left-wing party than it's ever been, right? And so they kind of have to keep going. That's the only utility in it that I see. But for that to be a utility, we need an organized communist party, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, you need an alternative to show people that shit ain't working. Fuck you, I can do that tomorrow with what we got in power now. But unless there's an alternative to that, there's no real direction to sort of like attaining class power.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the point of all electoral politics, really, isn't it? Just to continually further normalize those ideologies that we adhere to by, you know, yeah, it doesn't mean anything to have like a couple governors or mayors or whatever, but it normalizes the ideas in the masses' minds and prepares them to start moving left.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's twofold. It normalizes the concepts and then the limitations of trying to fill out those promises because the concepts can't be fulfilled under reformism or capitalism, helps to move more segments. And it seems like such a slow process because here we still have a lot of treats, right? We still live in a treatly right empire. So it takes an extra long time. And I would remind comrades too that like historically the contradictions of capitalism has never led to a revolution, right? Like as much as that's like the romanticism of it, there's never been a place where it's like the capitalist corruption itself, the internal contradictions of capitalism itself cause people to rise up and fight. Not yet. Maybe one day. But so far, it's been like either an invasion, it's been a world war or an extreme conflict, or, you know, something like this so far. So you can imagine, like, for the U.S., like, is it going to take, or for Britain, is it going to take an extreme, do you think it's going to take an event like that?
I think Britain is completely fucking doomed as is. Like, what's going to fucking cause a communist revolution in this country means, well, I don't know, what's going to cause, like, any kind of working class solidarity whatsoever, then maybe we can sort of think about a fucking vanguard. Like, there isn't anything to build on as such. Like, I mean, you have people with, like, in communist organizations, like, in various unions, and I think it was, like, the Communication Workers Union who deeply involved in, like, post offices in London. They have some sort of fairly decent base in those places. But it's just like, what have you done with it for, like, the last 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, you know? What have you done with it? Yeah. What are you doing now? Like, what have you done recently? You know, not fucking much.
Yeah, and I know the state of organizing I know in the U.S. it's bad as well, but like in the U.S. you got PSL and stuff, right? Lenin, like, what's your take on PSL?
I think that's the party I belong to, and that's the party I support. I don't support everything they do. I think at times you know, their goal again is to, I think, push things into the like you said, the ideals being normalized. And I mean, I think we're very far away. We are probably much further away than England. I think the conditions here are going to be something of the failure of the state, I think, before anything happens. I don't think it's going to be this class consciousness,
Yeah.
First of all, it's a settler colonial state. England is still at least rightfully England in some way, right, compared to what we are. So, like, a revolution there.
I see Dave making a face about that comment.
We're a little bit beholden to imperial interests. I mean, like we're not a sovereign nation by any regard. I guess the English do have sovereignty over most of the rest of the fucking countries, Scotland, Wales, and Northern fucking Ireland.
Okay.
But
So
that's as far as English sovereignty
hold on,
goes,
no,
and that's not particularly good sovereignty to be a part of,
England, not the UK. England itself by itself.
England is the UK. Don't you get this, Lenin? Right? Okay. England is the UK. We're the ones, right? England, this little fucking place. We're the ones with the power to fuck up Scotland, to fuck up Wales, to fuck up Northern Ireland, and get them to do exactly what we do most of the time. That's the reason that they're fucking underdeveloped and they have fucking terrible economies, and like the people are fucking fucked there. Like regionally, like all of the money in the UK. Imagine a giant series of funnels which leads out of everywhere except the south of England, and it's all going into London. And the further you are away from London, you're fucked. And that's the way it's always been here. Like the Midlands is absolutely diabolically.
I mean,
screwed.
what's weird too is even King Charles can actually, technically, legally speaking.
I'm not coming at you, Lenin. I'm not going at you, mate.
No. I mean, this is the kind of discussion that I want. I feel like Lenin's got I feel like this is a productive discussion, because something I did want to hone in on actually was how Lenin said that he thought that revolution would maybe happen first in the UK. What do you think, Dave? Do you think the revolution would happen first in the UK or the US?
No, not a chance in hell. All right, okay. I think it. If anything, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, I think there's a good chance in the US that it might fracture with some kind of split between states as like the entire imperial project fucks. It wouldn't be like revolution on like a country scale. It wouldn't be like native or sovereign revolution initially, but like you could see it fracture into separate states, and like I guess that opens opens up sources of struggle for liberation in separate areas, which could then be applied. It's going to be a long time, though.
Yeah,
it's going to be a fucking long time. I mean, I will say, as like the North American continent goes, you're probably going to be the last ones to kind of get based.
Yeah, probably on the globe. Let's be honest. Who's going to be after us?
Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? Because like the thing that I've thought before is that we know that imperialism isn't about one country. Imperialism is a worldwide system whereby all the developed countries participate in this world system of imperialism. It's just currently led by the United States, right? The one thing I see like between England and the US is, although England is of course in for an extreme crisis, the same as lots of other places in the Commonwealth and shit especially, I see the US as perhaps on a more accelerated path to an internal crisis, if you know what I mean. And England in some sense is a little bit more, in a reactionary bad way, mind you, but a little bit more politically stable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
even like there's lots of instability there. There's lots of people trying to fight against the state, but I feel like England's just a little bit more politically stable in like the way it kind of justifies itself and then has reactionaries fight for its
oldest
interests.
democracy in the world, Larry. We're the oldest democracy in the world, Larry.
Yeah,
Oldest
yeah.
democracy in the world.
And again, the U.S., I see it breaking down, not necessarily into something positive, but I do see fracturing along different lines of people being like, in this section, being like, we interpret things this way, we interpret things this way, so on and so forth, right?
I'd say my biggest concern about U.S. faltering, state failure or whatever, is that if it happens too soon, we're going to break the other way. We're not going to break towards communist revolution. It's going to break towards like fucking fashion. Like it's going to be like I feel like Mad Max isn't far off.
Yeah, no, and that's what I mean, and that's why what I wonder is, will the lead of imperialism shift? Right? The Mad Max future that you just mentioned about the US is what makes me think, will the imperialist center shift and abandon kind of the US as just like this failed project where now you've got Mad Max fucking, warlords owning different pieces?
My favorite and most thing I hated the most about Cyberpunk was like, this seems too realistic. This seems too plausible. Like this could fucking happen. Like it could be like the new U.S. is like the Eastern Seaboard, and the rest of us are fucking killing each other for beef jerky. Yeah, I could see that.
But see, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you got the taco eaters versus the the white taco eaters versus the hamburger eaters.
The DAG plan. You know where I'm gonna be.
There's the other option as well, isn't there? Oh god, what's that book called? Not 1984. You know the other one, which is Chemical 1984, with the Soma drug. I can't remember.
Chemical 1984.
Right? Yeah, it's basically Brave New World with chemicals, Brave New World with drugs, like Brave New World with less ideology and more drugs, which make you compliant. Yeah, it's going to be like that. We're going to put like, yeah, there's going to be some
I never played Cyberpunk.
Authoritarian authority. They're going to put a dome, like some kind of force field over North America, and it's going to be used for trips for school children to show you.
They're
how
literally
going to
do the Simpsons
when
movie.
It was at its peak.
The Simpsons movie with the fucking dome. It's.
Thank you, Elsamino.
The Iron Dome failed, therefore we need a real dome.
Still plausible. Yeah. I'm just happy that I live in the middle of this godforsaken place, because like at least like should take some time, and like we've got food and guns.
I would recommend the Basic ML Study Plan, the Movimento Anti-Imperialist, for anyone wanting to learn theory. Plenty of audiobooks on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, we read theory here as well, Vort. Tonight we're being a little, we're a little bit silly when we get together, but there's real theory happening here too. Trust me.
Have you seen 28 Years Later?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
It's about, there's 28 Days Later, which is pretty old. And then there's 28 Years Later, which is after those first 28 days. So it's 28 years, 28 days later. But England is like taken over by like a massive flesh-eating virus, and they quarantine the whole fucking island. And like there's Navy ships going around England, and if you get in the water, they fucking kill you. Yeah, it's 28 years later. It's a newer film. It's
Are you saying you're in favour of a blockade of the UK?
No, I'm saying that somebody's talking about a quarantine up there. The laser quarantine, but yeah, I can see it happening here.
Blockade. I thought it would be easy.
Look.
Whether a new hegemon rises, Chimera says, depends on the strength of the EU. The strength of the EU, sorry. Which depends on Germany's rearmament and France's weakness. Granted, it's unlikely, and we are more likely to see a class imperialist rivalries in an attempt to reshuffle the deck. I mean, yeah. England gets taken over by massive flesh-eating virus. Graham Lenin might be the origin.
Yeah, Chimera, like Germany should really have reconsidered getting rid of its entire manufacturing base, like over the last 15 years.
I heard
if they wanted to do that.
I heard that their state
Dave.
plan now was to become a major arms exporter.
I got a question for Dave.
That's what I read.
Good for them, I guess.
I read that their industrial plan is to become an arms exporter.
Yeah, and they've got some EU banks which are going to give them lots and lots of dollars.
Dave, I've got a question for you.
Sorry. Yeah, okay.
As a German American, I'm interested how the words German rearmament make you feel.
Well, I mean, you know,
Because it makes me feel like, what? No, we can't. No, God damn it.
well, you've just got to look at the relationship of Germany and Israel, and what that currently is and has always been, I suppose.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just guilt? Do you think that's guilt that's doing that?
No, it's fascism.
No.
The
The guilt is cover, right? The guilt is used as a screen, as a fucking just
people. They use the guilt on the people, right?
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. They're sure. They prey on the guilty feelings of the public in order to fucking do that shit. Yeah, absolutely. Or in order to keep it going. But at some point, it becomes much like people who work in the media, a self-policing thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like after so many generations of it, it becomes not so much a top-down, like the state has to do it so much as it becomes a self-policing, just like people's attitudes towards DPRK. It's a self-policing thing. You try to tell somebody something friendly about DPRK, and the first thing they do is turn around and go, 3 generations punishment, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Transfox. I agree. 28 years later was meh. The best thing about that film is the lady reciting that poem while they're walking. And that's about it.
Yeah, we watched what did we watch the other night? It was God of War. On a recommendation. We watched The God of War with Nicolas Cage or whatever it was.
Oh, it's a shitty movie, isn't it?
Oh my god. It's not great.
The end part, the ending was good and real.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
That was the best part.
Here's what got me. Rob Rousseau. It's all you Rob Raiders still here. Rob Rousseau.
Rob did this to you?
What?
Rob recommended this movie to you?
What?
Yeah. That's what you're saying.
Rob, he played that end clip on his stream, right? That last scene from God of War.
But it's the best bit.
Yeah, and so I saw that and I was like, oh, wow, I want to watch that. I'm going to watch that.
Well, there's a reason Rob won't show me.
I watched the whole movie. I'm like, wow, this is fucking bad. Boring.
I fucking hate Nicolas Cage so much.
Really?
I just think he's bad. I don't think he's good in anything. He's the same fucking guy. Yeah. I fucking hate him.
No.
Nicolas Cage, if you're in here, I'm sorry.
It's varied.
God, 60 seconds. Crap.
He dials it in a lot of the time.
Crap.
But there are some performances out
he's
there.
goated in Con Air. He's goated in Con Air.
There you go.
Everything else is shit.
Yeah.
No.
I'll probably take that back once I think of a couple other movies.
Okay, Dave.
He sucks in Ghost Rider.
Nicolas Cage, yay or nay?
Yay. I like him. He's a wild card. I think that he's a very talented man, but he probably has too many debts to turn down work, and he just dials in like 90% of the movies that he's in. Like we ran into some real problems with the IRS, and for about 10 years, all he did was just make movie after movie of slop where he didn't give a shit.
Should have been
I think he just does it for the love of the game.
That should have been the Ghost Rider. That should have been him. I just no. I can't do it. I don't like him. He's just the same guy in every fucking movie.
The same guy. I mean, that's kind of the charm of him, right? Isn't that what people like about him? Is that he's kind of like the same guy transposed to different scenarios? Like I thought that is part of what makes him such a likable character. It's like it's
obviously not.
It's like because it's Nick Cage.
You got it.
Because it's Nick Cage as Ghost Rider, right?
Face Off's bad, and the only reason it's good is because fucking John Travolta carried him through that whole goddamn
No, come on.
thing. Oh, yeah.
No, now we're saying things that aren't even fucking true at
what
all,
about
bro.
The
Come
Rock?
on.
What about The Rock?
That's a good movie. Sean Connery's good in that too. Okay, see, but it takes like a legend like Connery to be in there.
Connery's just like Cage, though. Look, if anybody is carrying the fucking Nicolas Cage torch, it's
just 'cause he has
Sean
an accent.
fucking
That's 'cause he has an
Connery. Sean
accent.
Connery passed the torch to Nick Cage. They're the same people in every movie. It's the
I
same
will not-
technique.
I will not hear anything about the Highlander bad. Anything bad about the Highlander be said.
But are
It
you
never
saying that
grips me.
that's a
It
different
doesn't tell.
character
It's
than
never
any of his
grips me.
other
Highlander-
movies?
Can't get into it.
Sean Connery's the shit. Sean Connery's awesome.
Hey, I don't deny that.
bet
I'm not
you're
the
a
one
Connery
who's
Bond head,
anti-Nick
aren't you?
Cage in
You're
here.
a Connery Bond head. Admit it. Admit it. Leonard,
he's like
admit
a
it.
British. He's like a British Burt Reynolds. I fucking love him.
Okay, well, so then there you go. But this is what I'm saying. Then you gotta admit that objectively, Nick Cage is an enjoyable actor.
I said The Rock is good. I said the Con Air is a legendary movie. I thought I think that was like the high point, and it's just like, oh,
There you go. So in
I
a
don't know.
Democratic centralist vote, you would have to agree
I'm gonna pull him up on IMDb. I don't want to be. I will say things I disagree with later. I think we all know that.
Yeah, Frank had a really good take a little while ago in chat. He said that you always know where the floor is with like Nicolas Cage, and that's true. Like you know that if you're getting bad Nick Cage, you're getting bad Nick Cage at this level. It's never going to be like that level.
Yeah.
It's always going to be consistent.
Yeah.
How can I sort this?
Well,
I'll
who?
sort
Well,
this
so then,
by-
okay. Well, besides old Red October, there, who do you like for actors? What U.S. actor do you like?
Let me see. Hold on, I'm sorry. I was looking at Nicolas Cage. Who do I want? I don't know who's a U.S. actor necessarily and who isn't.
Okay, well, just name an actor, and then we'll tell you if you're wrong or not.
I feel on the spot here. It's easier to criticize than lift up.
It's easier to criticize. He just doesn't like anyone.
I fuck with fucking what's his name? He's fucking everywhere right now. He's probably not even American. He's just fucking he's in Game of Thrones. I don't know many names. I don't know. Like if you're giving me classic movies like Jack Nicholson, fucks. There you go, Jack Nicholson.
All right, Jack Nicholson. He registers.
I like Jack. Yeah, Jack Nicholson registers. I'm trying to think of my favorite movies. Morgan Freeman's pretty good. One of my favorite movies is probably fucking Shawshank Redemption. So I like that movie. I like him a lot in that.
We got Shawshank Redemption enjoyers in chat. One in chat if you're a Shawshank Redemption enjoyer.
Kevin Costner. I fuck with Costner, man. I like Kevin Costner. There you go.
Wait, is he the one in that movie about the water or whatever? The Waterworld movie?
He's in Waterworld, The Postman, Field of Dreams. I'm an Iowan, so I have to like Field of Dreams. Because that's where the Field of Dreams, the cornfield baseball field is. They play a fucking major league game there every year for some reason. I don't know why. But and then 3,000 Miles to Graceland. Nick Cage is in 3,000 Miles to Graceland, I think.
See?
He's good in that.
You love Nick
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage is good. Because Costner carries.
See, it's
Dances with the Wolves. Yeah, Dances with Wolves. That movie is a fucked up like white man saved the indigenous people movie.
Yeah.
But I was also like 7 when my parents took me to it, so I couldn't help but enjoy. You know what I mean? It's pretty powerful. I don't know why my
Dances with
parents.
the Wolves. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents took me to that and Schindler's List when I was like a child.
Schindler's List as a child.
Like, hey, you're German American. Let's go fucking feel terrible about it. Fuck. I was gonna like. I am not like. We teach history, yes, but maybe don't take your kid to the Holocaust movie. I don't know.
Jesus
What
Christ.
you bored at the end when they were putting the pebbles on the...
Stevie's
on the
turning 5
rails?
tomorrow. We better go take him to see Black Hawk fucking down. Jesus Christ.
I would take my kid. I'd take my kid to that just for the ending. When did that movie come out? Let's see. Schindler's List came out. I was 12. I was 12. Okay, I wasn't quite a
12.
child. That's still kind of young, right? Isn't it? To be like, hey.
Your parents wanted you to learn an important lesson.
No, I mean, yeah, they took me to a lot of like adult films. That doesn't sound right. Film. They took me to a lot of historical films and stuff. Like when we traveled, we always go to historical places and drama movies and historical films. Yeah, that sounds better. My parents did not take me to the adult film. Shut up, Sam.
My parents took me to a lot of art movies.
Shut up, Steve.
Shut up, son. Shut up, son. Try to watch.
Lenin's parents at home seeing this stream just absolutely mortified right now. Please, son, stop talking.
Daddy, why is the pizza guy bringing that? Yeah. Sorry, no.
Why do they keep ordering large sausage? There's other toppings.
Oh, God.
Why is the plumber hurting her, Daddy? Sorry.
This lady sure has a lot of problems with her stuff.
My parents, like, I guess it wasn't their fault though. It was TV. Like, I watched that movie, fucking Poltergeist, too young, and then I was scared for a fucking long time.
Do you remember that troll movie? That movie with little trolls in it?
Oh yeah,
it was like a horror film. I watched that way too young, and I thought they were under our basement steps for probably 2 years.
Oh yeah, no, I thought. Well, okay, so
I was 17.
In Poltergeist, there's a part at the end where skeletons start like coming through the ground in the swimming pool and shit. And I always at night just imagine they're like coming out the underneath of my bed, so I'd have to stand up from my bed and like leap as far as I can away from the bed. And fucking open the door to use the bathroom. And then I'm like, did you know that the skeletons, I never knew this, but the skeletons in that scene, in that last scene in Poltergeist, those are real skeletons. Because it was cheaper to use real skeletons. Yeah, because it was cheaper to use real skeletons than to buy like plastic ones and fake real looking cast ones. Yeah.
People are cheap. You can get a corpse. You need a corpse?
I mean, I hate to say it, but knowing that movie, like, they weren't, like, authentic, were they? Like,
they were skeletons. Supposedly they were human skeletons. Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, it's all based on, like, fucking an Indian burial ground.
That's what it is in the movie. Yeah, yeah.
Because I know that, like, the guy who does, like, the plasticizing and stuff, they get like really, really sort of it's fucked up, like really cheap corpses, and like they're from like the diverse range of places. And like I'm just thinking, like there's some potential. I mean, obviously, like human remains, that's problematic to begin with, but it could be even worse. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
isn't there that underground in France that's just like thousands of skulls though?
Yeah.
I mean, but
some of what it ends up being is people who donated their body to science, and then it ends up like somehow going into like a market where like these movie producers can buy it. Yeah, no, it is. That's what happens.
Pulse is no excuse not to dance, I guess.
You donate your body to science, next thing you know, your skeleton's fucking popping out of a fucking pool and fucking a Hollywood shot, you know?
Oh shit!
That movie also made me weird of TV static for a while. Just like, isn't that the movie where she goes into the TV?
Yeah. It talks to her first, and then she's like, "What?" Yeah. She stands up at the TV, and she's like, "What?" Yeah,
on the couch with TV static.
I can do that.
Is that the one with the kid in the braces?
I don't know. I don't think the kid's got braces. She's like
because I know there are a couple of them.
She's the little blonde girl, and she's the one who like she sits in front of the TV and gets sucked in for a while, and then she comes back and is all weird. Or
no, that's Drew Barrymore.
No, it's not her because she died at a really young age. She was in like 3 of the Poltergeist movies and then died at a young age or something.
Probably all those skeletons.
Frank, that would have been a much better name for a submarine show than like about the Paris catacombs. That would be so much better as a submarine series.
She was murdered by her dad. Well, I didn't fucking know that.
That would be a great title for a sub-series.
Okay, it was her brother had the wraparound braces in the first movie.
Oh, right. Okay.
Was that the first movie with the braces?
Heather O'Rourke.
Because I remember the house imploding. Didn't the house implode?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. That was all a miniature. That was really cool. Like that whole thing was just a miniature, which they had kind of like different pieces of like dental floss on bits of it, and they did it hundreds of times.
Yeah.
It's a really cool bit of set construction.
Yeah.
They had it indicated that the director died too, but no. Tragically young.
What about you, Dave? You have a horror movie that scared you too young?
Yeah, Alien. They fucking. That was a bad one. Like I don't know how old I was, but I couldn't have been in double digits, or I hadn't been in double digits long. It was somewhere around about then, and it was fucking terrifying. I did not sleep for weeks after I watched that. Like it was a really traumatizing experience. Because like I guess a friend of the family, their son was like quite a bit older than me, and like went to video shop and got some videos for us to watch. That was one of them. That was one of them. Oh my god! Like just the fucking the visceral fucking slime dripping off the extended kind of I guess vagina dentata kind of teethy thing. Fuck me, that was horrible.
Yeah,
that was fucking horrible.
Mars Attacks fucked you up. What
I'm still to be honest, to this day, I'm still a bit wary whenever anyone says, let's watch Alien. I've watched it like a lot of times now, but I'm like, do I really want to watch that? You know what I mean?
It sounds like we all had local video stores that rented movies to kids they shouldn't have, though.
Mars Attacks fucked you up? The part where they're zapping the people into skeletons?
Yeah,
the
Alien is such a
vaporizing,
good
yeah.
movie for how old it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my Mars Attacks shirt on today.
Oh, you do? Look at that.
Yeah.
Providence.
Yeah, I can
I have
see.
a question for you, Larry. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Right. Okay. What's the? I don't know how to phrase this. I'm trying to manipulate the response. What's the one piece of media in the West which has wound you up so much about the DPRK that you've just fucking lost it?
I mean, there's
There
two
must
pieces.
be one. There's always one story, like or a memorable one. You know? Yeah, most hated.
I mean, for me, it's not even like a story that has wound me up so much as the fucking the one goddamn movie that the US put out years ago from the creators of South Park. You know, not the interview one, but the other one. The creators of South Park put out that World fucking Police movie.
Oh, Team America.
Remember that one? USA World Police, and it's like the real like centrist, like meant to be like, yeah, Team America, that's it. It's like supposed to be like somewhat critiquing America's like police in the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the fucking big villain in it is like Kim Jong-il. And it's like meant to contrast with like, that's the other extreme. Like they're showing their big brain centrist take and being like, look, America's too far this way, but the DPRK is too far paranoid about it, right? And it just fuck, it makes me so angry.
Diabolical.
Oh my god, it boils me. What's that, Lenin?
What bothers me about that movie the most is, besides that, and it's specifically a cultural thing here in the U.S., is like that whole America fuck yeah was meant to be like a fucking jab, right? And now, like culturally here in America, we're always like America, fucking yeah, you know, like it turned into like the criticism somehow became a point of pride for the very people it was supposed to fucking criticize. And they just leaned into it like, yeah, we fucking suck and it's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
well, you know what?
it's
That goes all the way back to like Bruce Springsteen and Born in the USA, like for example, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh fuck yeah.
yeah. Fortunate Son. If
Yeah.
you love that song, they play that at baseball games. Play
yeah,
at fucking baseball games without a fucking like. I mean, don't even get me started with like Rage Against the Machine. Like everybody somehow missed that for 30 fucking years. I don't know.
or like how many
But-
movies are like they're showing soldiers and being positive about these soldiers, like soldiers going in to invade a place, and Fortunate Son is like Son is the song that's
Vietnam
playing
movie.
as like these
That's a
soldiers are
Vietnam
going in to
movie
fight,
music.
you know?
Vietnam movie music for sure. There's so many good songs that are like anti-war, they're associated with Vietnam War movies, and they become more associated with the war effort than the protest for sure.
Yeah.
Because we're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, Trump used Fortunate Son. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and that's when I say, like, when like I still think England's gonna get a revolution before us. We're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Like 10% of us maybe pay attention to actually what's like, not even if you're getting mainstream news, right? People that pay attention, they're up in current events and know stuff about now, before, and like I'd say that's maybe 10 to 20, 15% of the population, man. We're dumb as shit, dude.
Well,
If
okay,
ever
you know,
came here to visit.
Matt and Trey, who was just talking about the creators of South Park, the people in the U.S. who think that they're informed about politics, the people who think that they're the people who watch South Park. They're the people who, like, seriously, that's the most politically aware you get for the like average citizen in the US is like they watched a lot of South Park and they have those same centrist like takes where they're just like, well, both parties suck, but so does the resistance and so does these groups, right?
Everything sucks. Yeah, it's carrying sucks.
Yeah, and obviously, like they do so much fucking ableism and fucking racism and every other ism in that show that you can fucking imagine.
Well,
and they said it like, oh, it's just like, I mean, this is one of my bugbears with TV, especially like comedy, is like selling sort of like racism and things like that as just, I'm just doing it ironically to show you that it's racism, but you're not. You're playing it for a fucking laugh. You're playing it for a laugh. They know what they're doing. Comedians know what they're doing.
Yeah,
and that's like their audiences are based on that. You know, they have the same ideas that the rest of society does.
Or like there'll be, I mean, the other thing they do is like position something in that centrist way where they'll be making, because you know the show is produced on a weekly basis and so it tries to stay really current and commentate on what's going on. So you'll have some like real transphobic like heinous event that goes on and their commentary on it is that, oh well, you know, it was bad and transphobic for the person to do this, but at the same time the response was limiting a free speech or whatever like this, or not understanding of a joke, or you know, that's how it's always framed.
Yeah.
So it's always framed as them being the higher than thou centrist, and that's literally all of these NAFO motherfuckers and everybody else that you goddamn debate online on Twitter and shit.
I think the damage it's done the most is that the biggest thing it's ever sold is caring is lame.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah,
caring is lame. You're gay for caring. You're gay. You care about stuff. You speak up. You know, they'll poke fun at both sides. But if you're actually trying to do something about both sides from anywhere except for the middle, that's lame.
Yeah. Well, the replacement for that now is Rick and Morty, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the same thing.
Where Rick and Morty, it's like not only are you like a loser if you care with Rick and Morty, it's you're not smart. If you care about people, you're like Morty, right? That's the whole fucking like that's sort of like part of the whole thing. Is like this: the smarter you are, the less you care about people. It's sort of like the framing of it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think I think the biggest thing besides not caring, you know, selling not caring, it's just that's where most of them get their political discourse from.
Yeah,
more
well, that's what I mean. Absolutely,
CNN or MSNBC, more from South Park than CNN or MSNBC or Fox, maybe not Fox. Fox might be, you know, where the right gets their news, but
I mean, even Rambo and shit, like back in the day, people have gotten more information from Rambo and like Invasion USA than they get from like reading fucking news or anything, and that's why
that's the game.
Yeah.
So that's the game with the US, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about like consumption. And if you're not politically aware, you're not going to consume news per se, but you're going to consume things which look like news or things which feel like news or take the shape of news
or history or whatever. So it'll be like the TV show Chernobyl or the TV show The Americans, where it shows like the Soviet spies and they come to live and then they love each other and they like America or whatever, that, you know, like all of these like. Or fucking Stranger Things or something like that. And they're like, oh, yeah, look, the Russian government, they would do something like that to America, you know? Like,
the politics is always like a second order thing as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously the primary thing is the entertainment.
Yeah.
You're entertaining people by reinforcing their existing paradigm, by reinforcing their existing opinion of things.
Well, and then they can say it's just entertainment,
you
right?
Them. You sell them, you sell them that money. Like they get that money in their pockets.
Yeah.
And they're like, obviously, everything else is just secondary to that. Whilst obviously it does have like a lot of political content in terms of further brainwashing people into those opinions, they like that.
Yeah.
That's why they got it in the first place. That's why I went and saw that movie. That's why they sat down on Netflix and consumed 7 of these shows when they came out. It's because they enjoyed feeling that way from the politics in the show.
I just did that with Maul. I really like Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. Star Wars.
Politically.
Star Wars.
I mean, it's okay to enjoy things. Don't get me wrong. It's fine to enjoy things. Everybody, fucking hell, like on the Discord, very, very late at night, but for myself and others, we do watch 9/11 Lone Star with Rob Lowe. So trust me. Trust me. I am not alone. You are not alone in your consumption of media. You can enjoy things. That's fine.
Yeah, I've gotten better I think I've got like the longer, I think I've definitely been, I would come back calling myself communist probably for over 15 years roughly now. And I think the longer I've been there, I've been better at being able to turn that off and enjoy things when it's not directly in conflict at that moment. You know what I mean? Like, obviously not stand by and watch things happen, but like a show, man, I think that's, for me, that's a big part of what my stream's always been about is like, the world's fucking serious. And when the more leftist you are, the more contradictions you see, the more harder it is for you to enjoy things. And you should be able to enjoy things.
Yeah, no.
And so like, that's what I teach. That's what I always want to get across is like, hey,
I've seen Larry deeply enjoying a documentary by Michael Palin before.
Oh yeah,
on the DPRK.
Oh yeah. I love the Michael Palin when he's in the DPRK.
In fact, your takedown of that was very good. I enjoyed it immensely.
No, but actually no. Like unironically, like the Michael Palin one, maybe. I mean, there is, but even then, there was things to enjoy in the Michael Palin documentary. Like, to be honest, I mean, even in the one that had James Dresnock, like there was all kinds of things to like in that as well, and even stuff sometimes that the artist doesn't intend that you can take away from things also, right? That's the other thing. So, like you can have an interpretation or you can have a reinterpretation that is at odds maybe with even what the artist intended. Like Verhoeven did with Starship Troopers when he made that into a movie, for example.
Good movie. It's a good movie. It's not good now. I thought it was good when I saw it.
I like the first. I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
It's a good movie. It's a good one.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I'm doing my part.
That and RoboCop, I think, are pretty damn good.
I just don't like Gary Busey's kid.
Yeah, I like RoboCop and I like that. I think they're good. I mean, I could see not liking that, but yeah.
That was like one of the first DVDs I bought was the RoboCop unrated in the US. There's an unrated version of RoboCop. And Ed 209, when he shoots that guy in the office,
yeah,
he like shoots him for like an extra 15 seconds and just like don't.
Of course, that's the only cut they made.
Here's the pinnacle of American culture in 1999, 2000, when I got my first DVD player at my first place on my own. I bought RoboCop unrated and Natural Born Killers.
Oh yeah, with what Woody Harrelson or whatever, yeah.
Woody Harrelson, yeah. I was not a good kid at 19, 20.
Okay, well, actually, I want to step back to Star Wars for a second. You said about Star Wars. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
For
Lenin
me,
first.
gotta be fucking Revenge of the Sith, episode 3. Fucking love episode 3. The transformation of Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. It happens right there. You watch it happen. You know, it's fucking, because as a child, I watched the first 3 movies, which are actually the second 3. And you're like, oh, this Darth Vader guy, he's evil as fuck. He's evil as fuck. You know, that's the childhood thing. And then, like, at 17, 18, I got to watch, like, the origins of it. And I thought that was fucking dope. And my favorite, episode 3.
Episode 3.
Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back, 100%.
That's a classic.
Emperor in it.
That's a classic choice.
He does the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
He picks him up, chucks him down that
Yeah.
horrible step. Well, I was going to say, so,
No, that's Jedi.
I was gonna
That's
say
Jedi.
stairs. It's not really safe.
That's Return of the Jedi.
Oh, is that Jedi? Return of the Jedi. Oh shit, yeah. Sorry, yeah, no, it's the one with the Emperor where he's like, yeah, that was good.
You like you like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and the Ewoks are kind of cool as well. I like the Ewoks.
Yeah,
I go 3, 5, 6 on my top 3. So it's Revenge of the Sith, Empire, and then Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. You know what I find? You know what one I find really unrated is episode 1. I really enjoy episode 1, like more than it seems like. Everybody fucking hates episode 1, and I like it.
It's the Parliament scenes, isn't it? You love all those Parliament scenes.
Yeah, show me the debate scenes. I'm over there like, yeah, fucking get him with the tell him about the tariff.
Tariffs, Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm over there like, that's right, rip up the treaties!
Have you ever seen the word
tariff? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, but I like.
Jar Jar Binks is actually a Sith Lord that is the master behind it all.
That's a good take.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, see, I like that's why I like the first one, because it's setting up the fact that you've got Palpatine, who's the normal face of the government, and then Palpatine, the shadowy guy behind the government, that's like pulling the strings on both sides and like causing this war so that he can profit and gain more power, like his little faction, right? Like I like that about the first one. I like the pod race. I think the pod race is that's excellent. The extended pod race, especially, like
you need that, but
right. I like what?
Which one was Christopher Lee in? Like, because I can't. That one was.
That's the second. He starts in the second one. You start to see him in that one.
Yeah, he was a fucking
Count Dooku in that one. Yeah,
Dooku.
Yeah, he was a fucking commando. He's like fucking legit. Well, I guess he's dead now, but he legit fucking killed people, like by fucking stabbing people through the throat and various other things, which he talked about in interviews. Like he's
Attack of the Clones is good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't dislike any Star Wars content. There's nothing I hate. Like I liked
really the Disney too.
Give me the content, dude. I don't give a shit. Lightsaber go burr. Like,
okay, but wait, hold on though.
Yoda can fuck the fuck off. So I don't like Baby Yoda.
Okay, Dave hates Baby Yoda.
The sequels are the worst, and it's not because of the people; it's the scripts.
Yeah.
I'm all for I was waiting for John Boyega to become a fucking Jedi, and like it took way too fucking long, and then Snoke, who the fuck is this? And then the whole second episode 7 or 8 is the most pointless fucking thing ever. And then 9, they're just like, just kidding, it's fucking Palpatine. Sorry, we fucked with you. You know, I was like, yeah, okay, now you should have been Palpatine from the fucking beginning.
Is that the one where Luke Skywalker pretends that he's there and drinks some weird blue milk from a tit or something?
Yeah. So so there's 7, 8, and 9.
I never fucking really saw them properly. I was just like, eh.
Well, 7, you don't see Luke Skywalker at all. He's just like a tease for the whole movie. And then at the very end, you see him, and she goes to hand him the lightsaber, and the fucking scene ends. Like that's what I hate about J.J. Abrams, and I always hated that about J.J. Abrams. Long before Star Wars came about, that mystery box.
Kylo Ren killing Han was pretty powerful, but that's it.
Sure, but I hate that mystery box storytelling he always does. It's like, touch the lightsaber, bunch of scenes, right? Why is Rey here? There's just like so many questions. Nobody could ever answer them all in any kind of satisfying way. There's no way, right? Like, you've made too many questions, too many mysteries. There's no way to satisfy them at all. There's no way to fucking do that. And then they had Ryan Johnson come on, and because there's no overall plan, he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna subvert the whole thing. I'm subverting the whole franchise. And that's like kind of like what happened, right? And then Disney panics.
Yeah.
Do you like the Ryan Johnson movie?
I hate it all. I don't like those 3 movies. I still watch them.
Let me know.
Not much. I haven't rewatched them.
Baby Yoda, Lennon. How do you feel about Baby Yoda?
Grogu fucks.
Fucking hell, man.
We all like Grogu, Dave.
Luck, because when they start rounding us avid socialists and communists up, we're going to be an HMP Hasbro painting the fucking eyes in lead paint on those motherfuckers. Every single little Baby Yoda doll. Trust me, we're going to be the motherfuckers licking the paintbrushes with the lead paint, getting some kind of horrendous fucking heavy metal poisoning and painting those bitches on. Fuck that. Fuck Baby Yoda.
But think about all the action figure battles we'll have back at our work camp house because of all the ones. You're going to be high on paint and we're going to have action figures. I mean,
dream jobs, then Gel says.
I don't know. I think maybe we're just after different things. I don't know. I like. I think it's Dave Filoni. Maybe I'm saying the wrong name there. The guy that's done the fucking Mandalorian and the other content. Killed it. It's all great. Fucking the vibe is right. Love it. Love it. Maul's. I don't hate animated content because you get more because they do it, but I'm just often like, why? Why didn't we do this live action? You know, like I prefer that if I can get it. But Maul, I've watched all 7 episodes so far, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Jim Lowe gets it. Yeah, we're going to be fucking the ones manufacturing the Death Star parts for Elbit Systems, no doubt.
Yeah, the real Death Star, you mean?
Yeah.
See, that trilogy I find is just terrible. Like I even could tolerate Solo. Like I thought Solo was a fun enough movie. Like even though it revealed all these
terrible. I saw that. That was fucking terrible.
No,
I don't think I even finished it. I'll be honest.
I haven't even watched Andor, and I know it's a fucking revolutionary fucking series and all this, but no lightsabers.
It is
revolutionary if you're a liberal.
I've got a video for you. I've got a video for you to watch, actually, Lennon.
Then I've missed nothing.
It's from I think Jared Ball and I can't remember what his guest is. Samantha Yosef put it out, which is about like Hollywood's input into like seemingly revolutionary narratives, and Andor and Superman come up quite frequently. It's kind of interesting, like the way they break it down. It's not as revolutionary as you'd think, like on first watch. If you kind of like
Red Sun is bullshit. Red Sun's bullshit. Like he lands in the Soviet Union, he does all these awesome things.
No. He's talking. But do you remember when Superman came out? Everybody was like, "Oh, Superman! It's the most anti-Zionist movie that there ever made. Hollywood has never made a more anti-Zionist movie than this Superman movie.
Really, this will stop Donald Trump."
Yeah. Well, I mean, not only that, it's like if you actually watch it, where is that in the fucking movie? I don't get that. They're like at this end part where he picks
the flag is an analog for a Palestinian man.
Yeah,
like, I mean that's what it is.
Yeah,
like, that's just like liberal aesthetics, and
that pissed me off so much. How many like comrades I saw around me that were like, clearly the Superman movie is an it's a general anti-war message and a white savior one at that, but a general anti-war message, I'll give you that. But no, it's not like an analogy for goddamn Israel. Just James Gunn made it.
Where are the revolutionary films? Yeah. Where are they? I mean, they're not gonna make them. But like, think about it. Any one of the people that you would see on the Resistance Report, like any of these fighters, any of these revolutionary leaders, any of them wouldn't those narratives be incredible to see in a movie? Could you imagine you're like Yahya Sinwar the movie? Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be a banger? Like, even like if you were looking at like a unit action against like Israeli settlers, that would be fucking like those would be fire narratives.
Well, you know what's coming
sell.
out from Russia real soon, I guess, from what I heard, is they're making a Stalin movie that's got
No way.
Yeah, that's got involvement from the Communist Party leader in Russia, or one of the Communist Party leaders in Russia.
Right.
And
I want to see that.
his whole goal, I guess, is to unpack a bunch of the bullshit narratives around Stalin with this movie they're making. So
It's the what's the most revolutionary friendly Western film ever?
ugh.
Or like what's an honorable? What comes close?
I mean,
even?
there's like that Burn movie, and then there's 1900 or whatever that had some like communist, like showed like
does
labor
Chat have
struggle
anything?
in Italy or whatever a bit.
Black Sails is a pretty close. Burn. What is Burn? What? I don't know if I've seen that.
Burn is like it like kind of it's like a it's an
I mean, that's
Burn is
Western.
another Italian-made film but it talks about imperialism and like
Now let's go Hollywood.
political
What's the
economy
most
and stuff.
revolutionary thing Hollywood's ever put out? The most revolutionary.
Hollywood.
I can't think.
That Charlie Chaplin film where he plays with the globe dressed up as Adolf Hitler.
Big H, as you like to call him.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. This morning. Big H. That happened this morning. I was awake.
That was very funny.
Hitler, aka Big H, as Dave likes to call him. The most creepy sounding fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's right. I get on. I'm like Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like Jesus. Just because you don't see my footprints in the chat doesn't. It's because I'm carrying you.
GMO says They Live is pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. They live.
mean,
Yeah, that.
I mean, you know what? Even Star Wars, the original fucking Star Wars movie, is really about the fucking Vietnam liberation fighters.
Do you think that people missed the mark on some films? Like, great example, Fight Club. People greatly missed the mark on what that film was about, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, look at
blowing up the banks at the end of the film, and nobody took like.
I mean, one we already looked at, fucking Starship Troopers.
Yep.
People literally think the bugs are the bad guys.
Yeah, but it was all kind of like the very ending. The very ending of that movie, and if there is anyone who hasn't seen Fight Club, please mute now for the period of like 15 seconds. You know where he shoots himself in the head to kill the revolutionary leader? That was kind of fucked up. Yeah. That was kind of fucked up. He killed the good bit. I'm saying the wrong man died at the end. The wrong man fucking died.
Right.
You know?
Everyone's a bad guy. Absolutely. In that movie. I know that's not what they were trying to do, but he did stand there and show the banks tumble and like say it was beautiful. Like that's the very end of that. Maybe they changed it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of that's kind of what happens in 1900 too, because 1900 is about like the Italian labor movement, and in the end, it ends up getting, as you know, in reality, it gets crushed by like fascist forces and stuff, right? But it does show like part of that struggle, and it's got like Marlon Brando. I think that it's got like Marlon Brando or who else? I can't think of who all. There's a bunch of fucking stars in it though. It's like a fucking 3 or 4 hour movie or something ridiculous.
I don't think it's a fucking revolutionary movie, but I definitely feel like Apocalypse Now is a very anti-war, anti-U.S. military, U.S. establishment movie. At least that's what I came away with from Apocalypse. And
I haven't seen it in a long time.
We'll take our own meaning, just like the Bible. You know,
yeah, I can't believe they got away with that scene at the end where they chop up that animal. Like, I can't. Even now, I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ,
70 something.
Yeah,
80?
but it was like it was so extreme.
Yeah, GMO. It is, but also Orientalism. Exactly.
Because the guy who writes that,
I could do a good Colonel Kurtz, couldn't I?
yeah, you got
They're
you
not
got
willing
Kurt's
to
vibe.
take the action necessary. They don't understand the cost of war.
We're gonna need you to put out about 80 stone.
80 stone.
Right. But David, we were trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Fight Club just
80
made men
stone
even
would
more
be,
unbearable
like-
for a good while.
80 stone would be like the size of like 6 people, 6 or 7 big people too.
As you read it out, figuring out how much stone I use Google to figure out how much stone I weigh.
Your mic's cutting out.
Oh shit! My bad. Why is it doing that?
You're risking the chance of us talking about metric and imperial and measurements. Do we want to make this into a conversation about weights and measures? Because we will do at some point. The
2 on 1.
inconsistencies.
I'm with you guys on everything except for Fahrenheit Celsius. I think that's fair. I'm with you on everything but Fahrenheit Celsius.
NTC says V for Vendetta.
Yeah, I mean a little bit, but wasn't that Fox guy kind of a fascist piece of shit, dude? Guy Fox.
Yeah, no, he was just well, I guess he was, but he was a Catholic, which is enough if you were in Britain at that period. Like being Catholic was kind of a bad thing for a while here. Yeah, we used to do things like hang them and chop them up and beat them to death. It was the whole thing.
So he was revolutionary.
Yeah, in a way. In a way that was specifically for Catholicism.
Yeah, I mean, it does star a liberal Zionist, but I mean, Alexandra, the thing with Hollywood is, I guess the problem with Hollywood, I should say, is like, it's hard to watch anything that doesn't have fucking Zionists in it or involvement with Zionists when it comes to Hollywood, sadly.
Yeah, and Alan Moore pretty much just hates everything that gets adapted.
Well, shit. I think I should take an hour break before I get started. I need to get out of this chair.
You're starting your stream in an hour, are you?
Let's go.
An hour and 10 minutes.
Let's go.
All
Smokes.
right, well, I don't know if I get that.
Got to get that content lined up. You got to hit those content lines hard.
You don't have an hour in you?
No.
Oh,
sorry, graft.
wait, what'd you say, Larry?
I cut my streams way shorter now.
Okay, I mean, I can probably be. What are you looking at? Like trying to be done at here?
10 minutes.
I can make it
10
happen.
minutes if possible.
Fuck it. I better get moving. All right. Thanks for having me on, dude.
Open OBS, press buttons. It will work. You'll be good. You'll be fine.
Hey,
it's always the streams that you don't prepare for that are the best ones. Trust me on this.
Before we get out of here, chat.
That's not
before
real.
Before Larry gets out of here, chat. You guys need to follow suit and get some subs. Get some subs away.
Thank you, Lenin, for gifting a sub to.
Let's give Larry a
increasingly
hype train while I get my shit together. Force him to give me 15 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, you're so close to your goal as well, Larry. You're so fucking close now.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit, bud. Thanks so much.
My subscriber count is totally broken
it's been a pleasure,
up there.
as always, mate.
Yeah, thank you, Lenin.
Yeah,
thank you for joining. Good panel. W's in chat for Lenin. Well, here we go.
It's all about the fishing, Antifa groupie. It's all about the fucking fishing.
Everybody loves the fishing.
Yeah, it's a good little thing. Is it lurk bait? It's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of. I guess the good thing about it is it like bumps up the busyness of chat a bit, like when I'm reading and stuff. Which, like, is good. Taka, thank you for the 2 gift subs. Thank you, comrade.
Let's fucking
Appreciate that. Hell yeah. Oh, wait, let me share. Wait. Here, I'll share this with you. Hold on. This. Okay. I'm going to share my window with you.
Right. Okay. There we go.
Now
Oh, lovely.
I got to adjust Dave again here.
Tic Tacs. Oh, no. Shorts. Well, I mean, most shorts are Tic Tacs.
So, Dave, are you worried about Russia invading?
No. No, I don't think they want it. There's nothing for them here. We're just a shit old little country. We're not even part of the EU, for Christ's sake. What do they want here? I mean, Christ.
Russia
They're coming for the petrol. They're coming for our petrol. That's what they're doing. They're coming for our petrol. They don't have enough of their own.
Yeah.
So they got to buy it at really expensive fucking prices.
See, now it's starting to make sense.
Nah, it's just been building up for, I'd say, a good 5 years now, like anti-Russia sentiment. I mean, even beyond that, but like they've really, really amped it up in the last couple of years. Like you've got the defense secretary on every day saying, we're intercepting Russian shadow fleet vessels, or, you know, we're going after some submarines, or they're doing something with cables, perhaps. We don't know. We haven't really looked. And then they'll say, but we've got the Royal Navy, and we do have the Royal Navy, of which most of it is in dry dock at any given time because it's crap. They built it crap and it don't work.
I was going to say, does the Royal Navy even work?
No, well, I mean, like we have seven destroyers, like Type 45 destroyers. They're brand new 7 years ago, and when they built them, they kind of forgot about the engine and how important an engine working on a ship might be. So they all went on sea trials and they all came back because their engines failed and they couldn't go any further than sort of like Spain. So they sat in dry dock and they replaced some of the engines on 3 of them, and of those 3 only one really works, which is one we sent off to like Cyprus when Trump was talking about the blockade and needing allies. Keir Starmer decided it was a good idea to send one of these Type 45s off to Cyprus to defend our national interests in Cyprus. Why we have an interest in Cyprus is because we have like the biggest intelligence base for the UK outside of Gibraltar in Cyprus. That's why. But it got there. It sat around for about 4 days, and then it had to go into dock in Cyprus and not work because the engines didn't work. Yeah, it's a pretty diabolical situation with the fleet.
So what you're
Also,
saying?
we haven't got enough. No, sorry.
So what you're saying is, without the U.S., the Falklands could go.
Yeah, I think it definitely could. The RGs could do their worst. They could go after us down in the Falkland Islands.
I heard that was a real like national concern is about the Falklands going.
It still is. It still is. I mean, like we maintain a base there which has like air defenses, and I think some planes as well. I don't know if they've replaced them with F-35s yet, but it was like used to be the old. I think they had the Eurofighters and stuff there. But yeah, like it's maintained as a British territory, and everybody's very serious about it.
Like the public,
the last Falkland Islands War.
Like is your average British citizen like oh yeah, that's British territory. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Paras went in there and they yomped across that island with massive packs of equipment on their back. They saved those British people on that island, and it's a rightful territory of Britain.
Wow.
Like that's the line.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was the one thing which fucking saved Margaret Thatcher. Like, I mean, Thatcher at that time was going through a period of, I guess, everybody fucking hating her in the entire country. And it, like, the Falkland Islands War and, like, winning that territory was the one thing which got her elected. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, no,
It was huge. Like, from being sort of like this petty little pathetic island country which hadn't had any victories since World War II, with a diminishing empire, like the Falklands Islands War was looked on by the general public in a massive way. It was huge. Like there's celebratory, like like the celebrations every year for like the Fleet Air Arm on that day. Like it's huge.
Wow.
Anyway, sorry.
I mean, I guess it's a lot like like following the U.S.'s strategy of like, if the public's starting to get dissatisfied, why not go looking for a little bit of a war to engage in, you know?
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
I've been
Canada
seeing
engaged
already
in
that
any-
UAE leaders are now saying that the
Yeah.
U.S. bases are a threat. They're no longer an asset. I've actually seen UAE leaders posting this now on Twitter.
Well, I mean, yeah, if I was a leader of the UAE, aside from being an apartheid like loving sicko, I would be mostly concerned about the property value of like Dubai. Like, my God, the place is wrecked. If you're an estate agent, there's no way you're going to be able to sell any houses there.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Like, people, like all these bourgeois pricks who have gone out there, influencers, pop stars, and fucking Formula One drivers, because it's like a fucking tax haven for them. Well, all in negative equity. It's gonna be great.
I mean, the sick thing is this, in a sense, they want to turn more into like Ukraine, where instead of direct U.S. bases in there, they just want to get the U.S. military technology and equipment, and quote unquote do it themselves, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like, there are some impediments to that. Is that the US doesn't like competition?
Yeah,
it doesn't like regional competition. So, like, you make an enemy of the United States. I mean, it's the old trope, isn't it? Like, to be a friend of to be a friend of the United States is more deadly, or whatever. You know, like the Kissinger quote.
I mean, I guess the thing would be is
like, if you are a legit enemy, it takes a long while to build it up to the level of like being in Iraq. But trust me, you're on that list.
Yeah.
You risk engagement. You risk serious fucking engagement.
I guess the gamble, or the thing would be, if you had enough of the Middle East dictatorships, regimes follow suit, then the US would, it would be impossible to stretch itself thin enough to actually do much of anything to combat them, right?
Well, I mean, that's why the Greater Israel Project is being so fucking greatly backed. It's so you don't have that. It's so that you can slowly whittle down the competition as it sort of arises. Yeah. And I know that might not directly sort of like come in conflict with the UAE just due to geography, but like when it comes to sort of like places like Syria, we've seen what happens. Like, Syria is a good role for that. You've got Jelani, the guy who fucking holds up heads in photographs, shaking the hand of Keir Starmer, like acting all lovely at fucking WF summits where he's being interviewed and saying how wonderful everything is now, at the same time that the Alawite population is being fucking having genocide committed against them.
Yeah, not to mention the cutoff of the resistance.
Yeah, if you want to see the future of imperialist plans like regionally, like, you just have to look to Syria as kind of like a model in that.
Yeah,
it's like you take them down one by one, and like look at what's happening in Lebanon right now. You know, they went straight in. Yeah. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Well, they know what
stop at the ceasefire,
and they know what order to do it in too. Is the thing. Like, they knew that Syria had to be overturned before they can have a chance at really weakening Lebanon without it being able to rearm as quickly as it was.
Yeah, vital supply routes for sort of like Hezbollah to be rearmed with anti-tank and anti-air missiles. Like, it was a real fucking shock to the system when it happened. And Turkey bears a huge role in that as well. Like, most of those forces came down via sort of like Turkey. They were trained in Turkey. They used Turkey as a fucking staging ground.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I guess again it's this thing of like, the US empire needs to sort of like control and chop up its territory and its allies even.
Yeah, well,
like, its allies will even be at odds with each other. Like with Israel and Turkey, they're not great bedfellows, but they both fall in line for the US.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, like, a reason why that Turkey allows that to happen is because the US wants that to happen. And Turkey wants to say is on good side with the US as absolutely possible.
Oh yeah, and they wanted the Turkish regions as well. They wanted, like, they had their own interests in that. It's like this joint partnership agreement where, like, the US allows them a certain amount of autonomy, sort of like regionally.
Yeah,
But
no.
at the same time, obviously you're going to be, you're going to jump when they say how high.
Well, that's why the warring band of brothers thing is such like a good analogy, because you always have like this, this pushback against what the U.S. wants, what the U.S. hegemony wants, and the U.S. hegemony eventually puts its foot down, which is kind of like really what Trump's big sweeping tariff like strategy was when he first came in, was like, the U.S. we're putting our foot down everywhere, that everybody's got to pay more tribute,
Yeah, I can't hear the word tariff without thinking about that now. Larry, you've watched my stream. We talked about tariffs until we were blue in the fucking face. It was one of the most traumatic fucking places to go politically for me at one point. I was just like, no, not more tariff news every fucking day.
I know, but it's just,
and I felt it was something I had to comment on because I knew a lot about it,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Nobody else is covering it in a decent way. Fuck it, I suppose I'm gonna have to.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. That's why we're reading the theory over here.